Men and women just don't get along. Like I hear women say this all the time. I know a lot of you sisters be like, chivalry is dead. Don't you? Don't y'all feel that way? Like men aren't gentlemen anymore? That's right. Chivalry is dead. And women killed it.
What is up, Kimfo? It's been all over the place. There's the video of the chick in the gym. For those who haven't, I'm gonna explain really quickly. Girl, booty shorts, hip thrusters, guy occasionally staring, comes over, tries to help her put weights on, and she says no, complains about him, and says that basically he's
feral, like fucking feral.
A lot of people have been upset with her because of how she treated the situation and how she blasted this guy on social media when it was really harmless staring. I do sympathize with staring. I am a big bootied black woman. I get stared at all the time. And for anybody who says, you know, maybe you should change what you wear at the gym, I've tried that. Men are very visual and there's levels to staring. I've only had one time where I had a creepy guy stare at me. And of course, it's gonna be on leg day. I was doing some dumbbell squats, and this guy, he was looking at me, but rather than looking and cutting his eyes away, which once again, I don't mind, you're human. This guy was tracking the whole time I was working out. How I approached this situation, when I got to one of my reps, I literally stopped at the bottom and looked at him in the mirror. And I waited for him to catch my eye. And when he did, he looked absolutely shocked and then he just walked away. And I continued on with my workout. How I've also dealt with it, just for my own sanity as well, I just keep my head down in the gym. I stay in my own little world. I bob my head. I play my music loud. When people do approach me, I also don't come at it from a very hostile way. More than likely they're just asking, hey, can I borrow some weights? Most dudes are really encouraging too, especially when they see a girl who's in the gym who's going hard in the paint. But this all happened last week. This week we have a situation where a girl is stuck and there are men in sight, but they refuse to help her.
I'm in danger.
Now, clearly there are guys in this picture. Some of them may have heard her. Some of them may not have heard her. The only way you can actually spot somebody with this lift is to be behind them. So how do you expect a guy to want to come over and help you? He can't help you from the front. He's going to have to help you from the backside. And if something gets a little bit too close or it's like, you know, now we have a whole thing. This is the culture that it's breeding, that says that men are predatory, that they only want one thing. If that could be misconstrued and you're blasted all over social media, then you could ruin someone's reputation, someone's life purely from just one video. So would I stick my neck out for an absolute stranger? I don't care if she's a female. Personally, I ain't doing it. I will say this moving forward, ladies, if you don't have a spotter, you better know how to bail out of any situation. If you are squatting, let that sucker go. Benching, bend one way, let it go, and then gravity will fling that thing over, and now you're just left with a bar, something you can easily manage. Where the gym used to be a very male-dominated place, now we're stepping into that place and we're taking care of our health, which is great. But we also have to understand that most dudes in these areas are not predatory. Most men in the world are not predatory, and we need to stop having that type of a mindset about people. Just because someone's staring at you or shoots a couple glances at you does not mean that they are out to get you. Because I've been in the gym for 3 years, I understand men are gonna look. As long as I'm focusing on myself, I feel okay with being in the gym. Let me know what you think, Kenfolk. How do you feel about gym culture? If you work out, if you don't work out, how do you feel about this whole situation? As a man, do you still think that regardless you should help a woman in need and in distress? If you got this far, please like the video, as you know it helps your girl out, and subscribe for future videos. As always, Kenfolk, you know I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.